So,
Ah,
yep. We do have a bit of an announcement to make relating to where we've been streaming for all these years. So, we've been using Twitch for a long time, and as you know, Twitch was kind of like, well, I don't want to say it was. I think it still is to a strong degree. Like that name you kind of gravitate to when it comes to streaming, but it's a
yeah.
little different, yes, because it's for people who are already popular and then they start streaming to a separate platform, which that happens to be Twitch. Because in my opinion, I think, and I think this is pretty much universal at this point, but especially that being discovered solely on Twitch is such a poor experience because there's so much going on. Plus, like just how the algorithm works on Twitch, I guess. Um, I mean, yeah, you could argue that YouTube is not so different, but at least I think with YouTube it's more discoverability because just I think that's just overall it has more people over there watching and such for videos
Yeah.
like that. YouTube is definitely like that name the brand name when it comes to just videos alone and content creation overall. So I've come to the decision for us, the Hypecast, and I've already like discussed this earlier with Zawa here. That I think we should at least try streaming on YouTube alone, and then we'll likely go from there on YouTube. So for those who have been kind of chiming in by Twitch, that will likely no longer be a thing, just because like not only it's just not really optimal nowadays, but for me personally, this is coming from me. I just don't feel good, honestly, to stream on Twitch anymore. You know,
Yeah.
with all the immoral things that we've kind of seen from Twitch throughout the years that we have been questioning, like the inconsistent like banning, how they treat people, like very strong favoritism. And it's very rampant right now, not more than ever, with certain people like Hassan and Frogan, for those who recognize those names. And so, plus all the other stuff that we've seen throughout the years. I've just grown so just, I guess you could say, with just disgust about putting my foot back into Twitch. You know, I've always tried to keep my foot at the door for Twitch in case there's some sort of discoverability, but I don't know. It's just I think it's long gone.
Yeah.
This Twitch channel has gone a number of followers, but when it comes to actual subscribers, that's you know, I didn't expect anything, but yeah, it's this very few, you know, and the followers that I've accumulated have not come back here, understandably, because of how Twitch works. There's just so many people streaming, and it's just that's just the kind of landscape it is. So not a big loss for me. It's just spilled milk. And yeah, this is
Yeah.
we have been running off of my channel for a long time, so that's that. Did you have anything to say about Twitch before we actually dive into the news of today?
Oh, Twitch was a hell of a ride, but again, like this ride was already being derailed
Mm-hmm.
long before.
Yeah.
And again, like with their policies and,
Mm-hmm.
as you said, questionable legitimacy on what to do with certain individuals or streamers that write code and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and not to mention, like, more and more of the big people on Twitch are switching over to YouTube anyway, or either that, more and more people nowadays are multi-streaming. So it's not just there's far more people doing more than just Twitch, if that makes
Yes.
sense. And like, or either that, or they just abandoned Twitch altogether because either they got banned by Twitch and they're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go on YouTube. That's it. Or they just straight up quit and saying, I just don't care anymore about Twitch. Or other such circumstances. Now, I mean, people are still going to watch other people on Twitch. That's fine. It's just I don't know. The just yeah, like you said, like the legitimacy and like just like the moral compass, right? It's just all over the place, and I just don't feel good.
It is.
Yeah, I just don't feel good streaming anymore on here. So I've questioned it for a long time. So I kind of like also been thinking about it. But it's just one of those things. Also, like I've always tried to hold on to that thread of hope of like maybe I might get some sort of traction on this channel again. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I think it's just long gone at this point. And that's fine. I at this point come to accept it, and I'm just gonna focus on YouTube because that's like where I upload all my videos anyway. So it's like
Mhm.
just makes sense. I already have a YouTube partnership there, so why not like make more of it, right? Make
Yeah.
more
Why
out of.
not
Mhm.
just not flex, but why not just use the assets already established?
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Whereas on Twitch, at one point when I was younger too, I was like trying to see if I can even have a chance to be a what do you call it, Twitch partner or whatever you call it, and like
Yeah.
uh get the ability to get subscribed to in the first place or get the subscribe button right for Twitch.
Hmm.
So I think a lot of people tried to do that in the past too, and you're just like, yeah, I think it's a game of luck, a huge game of luck, definitely.
Yes.
And yeah, I used to stream quite often, way more often, like way longer, way more often. I guess I just had that energy, before getting to like the late 20s slash early 30s. Then you just things change, for whether it's the landscape or you, right? And my personal moral compass has definitely changed the direction at some point, because I don't know where Twitch is going. I don't feel good. I just it's not I just feel like it's not a safe place when it comes to the how like you know how they exercise and
Mhm.
enforce their policies. So I'm just like I'm done. I'm mostly done with this at this point. I'll just be here to I'll just be on Twitch to watch other people, and that's about it. Not you know stream myself. Like yeah, if those people already have a home or already have a footing, then that's fine. That makes sense. I don't blame them for it, for not leaving the place. I get it. No judging there. But if you're going to start now on Twitch, all I'm gonna say is good luck. But it's going to be pretty difficult, and you will be very lucky if you actually get a decent number, right? But at least be aware of what's going on with the whole like how the policy stuff and like all the hoops and ladders they try to set up, man. Like especially when they like first cut the revenue right for the partners and try to take more money from them and such. That whole stuff too. It's just
Mhm.
irritable or irritating to say the least. All right.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope for changes to come for Twitch, but yeah, something tells me it's not gonna be for a long time, if not ever. So I don't know. That's just me. All right. Well, so just to clarify things, we will be streaming on YouTube. So that will be
Yeah.
youtube.com/hawk525. And we're going to give that a spin, which I'm sure will be fine. So therefore, we'll likely going to stick to there. So
Yes.
it just makes sense. And I think even then, I'll actually just not even have to edit at that point. We'll just go as is, right? Like because yeah, that's how the process went is or go or the process was stream on Twitch, download the VOD,
Hmm.
and then edit a little bit with like some the intro, outro, and then some cuts here and there if we need to do that. But I guess we could. I guess it's still. I guess some editing is still necessary, so maybe I'll do that still just for the sake of
Yeah.
just the habit. But yeah, I think the door is open there. And then again, it just makes more sense. I think overall to put my those eggs into the YouTube basket. And I think more and
Yeah.
more people are starting to sort of like catch on to that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that's that.
All right.
We'll be on YouTube. We'll still be here. We'll still hold down the fort though as the Hypecast, and we'll chug along. So